Hello, and welcome to the show. This is the architect, James J, telling you that WWE stands for Wrestling with Entertainment. And with me today is the lunatic Prince, Mitch Mayhem. How are you today, Mitch?
Hey, what's up, everyone? What's up, James? How you doing, man?
I'm a little bit getting over being sick, but that
Oh
happens
man.
when you watch 7 hours of wrestling.
Yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it to you, especially a whole week of it. I watched a whole week of it
Yeah, and
personally,
I'm
but
still on the Hall of Fame. And
yeah,
we
but
have
yeah.
and hey, Mitch, we have the
Look.
big dog. Roman Reigns is back. We got Coleco. He's not dead.
Oh no, not dead. Almost.
And go ahead. Sorry, Kalika.
I know, almost dead because 5 days of wrestling will kill you, especially in person. In person.
Yeah, if you're going, that's the killer. Just watching it on your ass, then yeah, me and Mitch could live with that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, speaking of someone almost dying from overloaded wrestling, like Coleco has right to whine if anyone does. Shit.
God, the travel from Brooklyn to Manhattan to Brooklyn, just
But
yeah.
but I understand. But the experience, I'm sure, is worth it. You know.
I mean, in some ways it is. In some ways it's not. I think
So let me ask you
Jersey.
real quick. Do you think it's like dulled, like the WrestleMania experience is dulled since maybe a few years back or so?
I don't think it's dulled. I just think that people like the convenience. And I'll give you an example. People always brought up the one thing that they always brought up as their favorite WrestleMania was New Orleans, and not just because New Orleans is a party city.
30?
It's just it's their favorite city for a WrestleMania, and
Right.
the reason they bring that up is because everything is close by. Like I could walk from Access and Convention to the Smoothie King
I heard that too.
XP, and the Smoothie King is right next to the Mercedes Dome, which is right there, at
Yeah, I heard.
right there.
Yeah,
But
I heard that too.
here it was a stretch because let's say you went to Access on Sunday, right? So on Sunday you're starting already in Brooklyn. So Brooklyn Pier 12, which I will say this, WWE need to do something about that because that was a lazy last minute booking thing that they did. But you're having to go from Brooklyn, right? So
Surprise, surprise. WWE do something lazy.
and now you're having to haul ass from Brooklyn to East Rutherford, New Jersey. So that's a hassle, Like the thing is like it's all about the convenience and not having to go that far. Like Orlando was the same. As a guy and me, this is like my sixth WrestleMania, so I can definitely tell you I've been to New Orleans twice, and both times have been the best because everything is like there. You don't have to really. You're not really going out too far for the wrestling, right? Like
Real quick, WrestleMania 31 wasn't that bad. It was about a 15-minute, like in between. Like, things were about 15 minutes apart. That's about it.
if you're having to go, like if you're a new person and you're trying to go from San Jose to Santa Clara, like
Right? Yeah.
That was
like you see what I'm saying? So like, and even me, that was me. Like me, new to California, even though I'm new. I've been in San Diego for so long, but going from Santa Clara to
in comparison, right?
Yeah, right. It's comparison. And in this one, you having to go from Brooklyn, New York to New Jersey, so you're not even in the same state, right?
How okay, real quick, how many miles is that? And we all know New York traffic, so it's probably double or triple the time anywhere else. So do you know how far that is?
I want to say it was about 25 miles.
Damn, that's long in New York time. You're right. Okay.
And that's 25 miles, not even including like public transportation time. Like,
yeah,
right?
Right. Or if you were to drive.
Because for me, I drove and it was like a 40-minute drive, about 40-minute drive, which is fine.
Yeah.
Because I got my car, whatever. But if you're
that's crazy.
I was stuck that night, trying to get home. We weren't getting home till like 4 in the morning.
Yeah, we saw override a blimp picture of like the whole city, and it was just packed to the gourd, bro.
Oh yeah, it was just ridiculous. And then it started raining. Like
I
it
saw
rained
that.
right after WrestleMania. I don't know how they got lucky.
I was looking so forward to it maybe snowing in
I
WrestleMania.
heard,
Like that
I
would
heard
have been
people
like
were
a cool
waiting.
visual.
I heard people were waiting in the rain until like 2 a.m.
Yes, because the trains were only going
Fuck.
like they come in, load in as much as they can. They still would have to ship it all back and drop people off, and they come back
Right.
and drop
That's
it
crazy.
off.
That's
It was
crazy.
But if you had been in a certain spot, you would have been able to meet Tanahashi, and I got to meet
Really? That's awesome.
right before I walked by, asked to my car, and went on home. But
I bet he sticks out like a sore thumb.
oh yeah, no, he was in the cut. Like
I would too if I was him, because he would stick out.
he
Yeah.
was chill, and then everybody was like, and you know what's funny? Like most people would be like, oh, everybody's gee, can I take a picture? And he'll be like, yeah. And cool guy.
Yeah, he seems like it.
Okay, we know what Coleco was doing for WrestleMania weekend. So what was you doing for WrestleMania weekend, Mitch? For WrestleMania.
I was on our friend Scooter Dust's podcast, The Remix, for WrestleMania, doing commentary with him, and it was awesome. You know, we had a good night.
Yeah, I can imagine so. I might have to, talk to this guy one day. Me and Coleco. Oh. We'll see
That
what
just
happens
might
there.
happen. Yeah, stay tuned, everyone. That just might happen.
We'll get there. But as promised, like from first of all, last week was our most watched show. I'd like to thank everybody for tuning in and viewing. Okay.
Awesome.
And as promised, we're going to cover WrestleMania, Monday Night Raw, and
Real quick,
Tuesday Night SmackDown.
there's a problem with the
in 1 hour.
background. I'm sorry, James. The background's really loud. I think it's Coleco. Your background, it's hard to hear anything.
Hold on, let me.
Sorry, buddy. I'm so sorry. Yeah.
Nah, you good? Let me.
I just couldn't hear anything.
There we go. We good?
Okay, let's go. Let's try that again, James. I'm sorry, bud.
Okay. So thanks for ruining that, Mitch. My intro.
I couldn't hear, man.
Yeah. So we're going to cover WrestleMania, Monday Night Raw, and Tuesday Night SmackDown in 1 hour. So we're wrestling with WrestleMania weekend. So let's get into it. The show run time was 5 hours and 24 minutes and 16 seconds, and the world attendance was 82,265. Did it feel like 82,000 people were there, Kalika?
Yeah, it felt like that because, especially when I was able to be on the floor for the main event, and you could definitely see 82,000 there. I think the closest comparison that I could tell was like Dallas. It's like you could just like a swath of people, like you just see nothing but heads, right? Like you can't even see faces, you just see bodies and little fingers or whatever the hell you're trying to make out. But it definitely felt like an 82,000. I will say this: leaving that place, it felt like 82,000 people. Sure.
Yeah. From what we just said, yeah.
Yeah. First matchup, Buddy Murphy versus Tony Nese for the Cruiserweight Championship. Nese won with the title with the running knee to the corner.
Yep. Yeah. Tony Nese is my friend Scott's real life buddy. And they look alike. And so, yeah, congratulations to Tony Nese, new Cruiserweight champion. That was awesome.
Yeah, that was a guy that I thought was a underrated guy who was very underutilized in the Cruiserweight division.
Very much so.
And I think it was like when they put him and Drew with Enzo, and then Enzo left, and Gulak kind of ascended, and Nice was just kind of waddling there. And it's a big win for Nice. I'm happy for him. I got to meet him a bit myself, and he's a nice guy, outstanding guy. So congratulations to him. Buddy Murphy might have some beef with Velveteen after what I saw with the video, but yeah, congrats to Tony Nese.
Yeah, it was a pretty good just generic opener for the kickoff of WrestleMania.
Yeah, real quick. When it comes to the cruiserweight division, in my opinion, people like Tony Nese, Gulak, Kendrick Nese, I already said Nese, but Cedric Alexander, they all, in my opinion, should be on the main roster.
Yeah, it's just like everybody's spoiled on 205, and like there's quality talent there. It's just like nobody is willing to sit and watch it.
I predict within 3 months they're gonna cancel it. I think it's on the last legs.
Your voice to McMahon's ears.
I kind of maybe
it's not even in the top 10 of the WWE Network shows, and it's one of their live shows. No one stays around to watch it when they go to Raw.
Just wait until to do that before SmackDown airs, that would just do wonders for it.
Yeah, because they do an event before Raw. So I mean.
Yeah. WWE doesn't know. Like I said, though, they need incentive to get their shit together, and finally they do with all the talent finally putting the pressure on them like they should have a long time ago. But I digress on that.
Next match, Women's Battle Royal. Carmella won the Battle Royal by super kicking Sarah Logan out.
What a waste. I can't believe Asuka didn't win that. I don't get that.
I was thinking that too. I was like,
I don't get it.
I think you and 82,000 other people.
How do you do that to Asuka? I'm speechless. I don't know.
Because I think with Asuka, she's good, but I think Vince is
prejudiced to foreigners.
No, I would think the English language connection.
Yeah, but
I'm just saying, if it was Takamichi Nuku, he would have won.
Choppy, pee.
But
and don't think Vince didn't love that shit.
Nah, I think it's just more the English. Me personally, I thought it would have been better for Asuka to win, considering she needed something after getting screwed. But Bella's from Staten Island, so I kind of saw the hometown bias there.
It didn't seem like the crowd were really into her, to be honest. I think they would have been better with Sarah Logan winning. I mean, that would have made sense. And it's like bringing up a new person, but they're going back to like.
Lacey Evans. They're doing Lacey Evans. I predicted that. I predicted that in an earlier episode.
Yeah, they were
Lacey Evans
versus
being in a feud with Becky. Yeah,
but they didn't want Lacey Evans' first win to be against Asuka. But let's say the emphasis of going against Becky. The plan is that Lacey Evans is going to be a major player.
But she's not going to win against Becky. But
background can bloody work. So
she just needs more experience in the WWE, and she'll be good. Yeah, but she's already she's a tall blonde girl, so of course Vince loves her. You know.
But I think the military background gives her the kicker too, though.
It just confuses her with Charlotte.
Her being an ex-Marine, that's
She is kind of a Charlotte clone, to be honest.
A little bit.
She looks a lot like Charlotte.
Sailor Moon when she was in NXT.
Charlotte's crush your mind, but anyways.
Alright, next match. The Revival versus Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins for the Raw Tag Team Championships.
I love this. This was a nostalgia.
With an inside cradle to win the Tag Team Championships and end his 269 tag match loss streak.
The crowd was crazy for this one. I saw grown men crying. There were grown men.
Fucking March, bro. Okay, sorry.
Hawkins got that win, yo. Because Kurt Hawkins is from New York too, so
Right.
Zack Ryder's from New York.
Oh,
So,
yeah, I know a lot of people from New York who know and love them. Yeah, they were hometown boys for sure, and they really are, like, in terms of like talent, they deserve so much more than they've been getting. And finally, they pressured WWE to finally get what they deserve, in my opinion. But yeah, sorry, go ahead.
Well, I think it was already a foregone conclusion because I saw an article that was talking about the likelihood that Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder could beat the Revival. So I kind of think they put that seed in mind, right?
Well, right, but do you not think another aspect of this was the fact that the Revival are near the end of their contracts? They already said they wanted to leave before they got the titles, and they might be going to AEW. Do you think there's any validity to that?
Possibly. I don't know.
Possibly for them to lose to that group, you know what I mean? I see your validity, but Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder don't necessarily scream Harlem Heat, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, but especially Zack Ryder deserves more opportunity, but the Revival.
Disagree with that. I'm not a big Zack Ryder fan. I'm happy for Kurt Hawkins. I think he's a good talent that doesn't get shown as much as he should. They gave him a belt, so I'm happy that Kurt Hawkins won.
But for me, with Zack Ryder though, I feel justification for this because keep in mind he was one of those few guys that built his own following, and WWE punished him.
Thank you.
Big without them, if that makes sense.
Last week I was telling James, this might have been in the past, but at one point Zack Ryder was bigger than John Cena.
Yeah, he was over like Rover.
Bigger than Cena.
Gave him the title, the U.S. title,
and they totally embarrassed him.
Embarrassed him with that stupid Eva Marie
bullshit.
And then like he was a cuck. Yeah, it's one of those where it's like, if you're not working with them to get yourself over, then
bingo. Yep. Don't you dare try to get yourself over, bitch. Yeah.
It took him like 4 years, but after that, he didn't get another sniff at the title till 32.
Well, and then at 32, that was just to placate him, and then he lost it and was off TV again for another 2 years.
Exactly.
So if anyone has a right to complain about WWE, it's Zack Ryder.
Yeah.
All right. That being said, the next night on Raw, Kurt Hawkins and Zack Ryder defeated the Revival again to retain the tag team championships in 10 minutes and 2 seconds. Almost the same finish as Mania, and I kind of feel like this was done to get the Revival out of the title picture.
That and to try to make them not look like one-hit wonders. Because what we were saying, the next night when Zack Ryder won it, he lost it 2 days later.
Right. Well, yeah, that's an aspect, but also Zack Ryder and Kurt Hawkins' contracts are also up in the summer, so they're trying to keep all these talent. Some are going like the Revival, some are trying to stay. They already signed the Usos and Becky back, so they're trying to sign as many as they can.
They got KO.
Team left. KO signed. Yeah, you get my point.
Next match, the Andre the Giant Battle Royal. Braun Strowman won when he was left with Michael Shea and Cullen Just. I know this was one of your favorite matches, Mitch. So what are your thoughts on the match?
I just gave you my thoughts. Something like that. It was horrible. Oh my god! I think I'm a little stupider for seeing it. Michael Shea and what the hell are they doing in a wrestling ring? What the hell? Just the old part of me died. That used to wrestle died when I saw that. Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy get thrown out for them. I mean, what?
But the whole storyline was.
I get it, but it wasn't entertaining.
It's kind of they're trying to do the whole. They were trying to redo Andy Kaufman-ish type deal.
But you're going to be entertaining when you do it, and it just came off as stupid and corny to me.
Well, they can only do so much, you know.
Did you not think that it was gratifying when he punched Michael Che and then Drew Jost out? Did that
Not
make
enough.
it any
You would have needed like a huge bump for a crowd and me to be satisfied.
Punch. That wasn't a punch. It was more like an open hand slap.
Yeah, that was a slap. Yeah.
It just felt like a sack of taters, but yeah,
A slap ain't much. I mean, it stings at first, but it don't hurt. It don't hurt. Like, it doesn't give you injury. That's what I mean.
But in the end, Braun got the win. I mean, it's another Rumble that he got because he won the greatest Royal Rumble ever, and he should be a player. Yeah. He should be like considered the more formidable guy now since Brock may be going. I don't know what
he's not leaving. He's not going to leave money on the table.
Well, there's money on the table with the UFC. So
the thing is, he wants to do both.
Right. Yeah,
he wants both.
He wants to have his cake and eat it too. Yep.
And I mean, why shouldn't he? If he's making money in both places, then why not take all that money?
Yeah, why not?
Right. If it's being offered to you, why not take advantage of those opportunities?
Yeah,
I'm not hating on him.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, like if you're eating a steak dinner, and then somebody comes up to you and offers you this juicy lobster, like you're not gonna eat that lobster with that steak?
Take the fucker home. Yeah.
Alright, that brings us to the opening of WrestleMania with Alexa Bliss. She came out talking about WrestleMania moments and how she could snap her fingers and one would happen. And then Hulk Hogan came out. And of course he thought he was at the Pontiac Silverdome. But
real quick, that's funny you said that because he did make a gaffe. He said the MetLife Center instead of the MetLife Stadium.
Yeah, he just can't run with this shit, can he?
I think he's got Alzheimer's, poor guy.
He can't win. Hey, man, it's his first time back. Wow.
Yeah, and people were going to shit on him if he said, like, one wrong word.
I'll pop, though, for him. I'll pop. But this is, like, the beginning of WrestleMania. And by this, everyone's just, like...
I didn't catch it, to be honest, at first.
The intro, it was just, like, everybody to being, like, at the start of WrestleMania point, it was just, like, who cares what the fuck it says? Let's just get this shit going.
Yeah, I hear you.
That being said, Paul Heyman didn't wait. He rushed immediately out, and he talked about if Lesnar isn't the main event, then he'll be the beginning, and he'll go to Las Vegas where he will be ultimately appreciated, alluding to him going back to UFC, honestly. And that brings us to the first match.
Oh, okay. Go ahead. I was gonna say something. Go ahead.
No.
Oh, I was just
say anything.
I was just gonna bring up the stupid idiots who think they know everything on the stupid idiot fans who think they know everything. You know, the ones who act like they know everything. On what? Well, not us, but the ones that act like they have no ties to the business. They're nothing. They just talk about it, and so they hear it from people like us or from Wrestle Talk or other brands you could trust, and they run with it. Did you hear about people talking about, Brock's going to go to AEW? Anyone who thinks Brock's going to AEW, please shut the hell up. You don't know what you're talking about. Maybe it was used as I could see him using it as a negotiating point, maybe, but other than that, to get more money, other than to get more money on WWE.
I don't think AEW could have put it up, then
exactly. Well, Tony Khan could afford it. It's just I don't think they want that there, in my opinion.
If Brock was making 12 at WWE, you would think AEW had to give him 20.
But here's the thing: we were getting stale with Brock Lesnar. I don't think AEW would want to bring him in. They want to start fresh with fresh talent.
He would be one big dwarfing fucking.
Yeah, I don't see that happening at all. I think it's stupid that people even thought it would be a possibility. Okay. So that's what I was getting
So
at.
let's get to the actual match. Brock Lesnar versus Seth Rollins for a Universal Championship. Rollins gave Lesnar a low blow and then a super kick and 3 curve stomps, and he got the pin in 2 minutes and 31 seconds.
Yeah,
I liked the match. I thought it was a good opener.
It was a surprising opener, that's for sure.
It was too quick. First off,
when people were as people were finding out that was going to be the opening match, everybody was like, "Holy shit!"
I heard it was under 3 minutes.
It was about to go down. And the only reason it went to
I heard 2 minutes something.
Well, for bell to bell, it was like that. But
right.
the whole sequence, it was like
Seth
kind of got attacked and got his ass beat. Bell all before the bell, and then when the bell rang, it was basically to placate, to make it like, holy shit, here we go again. This is about to be an ass whooping, especially when you already seen this happen with Finn. You see what I'm saying? So it's giving people that doubt. It was planting people with the doubt before the upset happened.
Right, I get it.
Everybody popped. People loved it. I popped on my couch just watching it.
Yeah, I popped. Me and Scott popped. But here's the problem, and here's why it shocks me.
Yeah.
Yeah, real quick though. The reason why I didn't think Seth would win is only because I didn't see WWE having all 3 of the main baby faces win their matches. And they did. It was like a fan service WrestleMania, if you think about it.
I mean, they did at 30 though.
But there were 3 main matches. All 3 faces won. Like that's never been seen before. That's never happened.
Maybe like in the original WrestleManias, WWE's always been a babyface territory. So,
right, WrestleMania's always been like the babyface. That's why I always say John Cena is like really good at WrestleMania, but SummerSlam he's shit.
But I mean, this was like 3 main main carders up there, and usually they have a Hulk Hogan winning and maybe someone else who's right underneath them. But I didn't think they would have all the baby faces win. Is basically what I'm saying. Because it's a new generation, especially after the Attitude Era. And, they like to swerve, so I just didn't think they would do it.
Well, I'm not complaining.
No, I'm definitely not complaining. I'm just saying I didn't think Vince would do it.
Oh, there are people complaining. People got with everything that they wanted this WrestleMania.
Like I said, it was a fan service WrestleMania.
And they will still find something to complain about.
And we'll get to that later on. The next match is AJ Styles versus Randy Orton. Styles won with clean with the phenomenal forearm in 16 minutes and 12 seconds.
Okay, real quick. In my opinion, this was the sleeper of the night. I loved this match.
Yeah, that match was really good.
I loved this match, but it just didn't get enough, people didn't give him as much attention because it was sandwiched in between, where it was on the card.
Well, that and because of the big-ass red light that people could...
And they were being blinded. The crowd was being blinded by a big-ass light. Yeah.
So they couldn't see the fucking match. But
that's horrible, bro.
But
I would have been so pissed.
I saw that match. It was low-key really good. That could have been
Did you have to watch it from the monitors?
Top 5. No, I didn't, but...
okay.
Were the risers or the 100s.
Yeah, it was a great match. Great match.
Red lights just blaring, and it was just people couldn't see it, but and that's what people tend to do other things to try to get people to get attention.
That's a $1 billion company. You think they would figure that out? This big ass light is gonna blind over thousands of fans.
I think probably because they try to test that.
No, they get too cute because. Like I said earlier, NXT they turn the lights off for a reason.
It's darker. I like that atmosphere. In my opinion.
What the main roster try to do is put the red light on.
Yeah.
To catch people's reactions.
Mm-hmm.
They could
But that was just blinding. Yeah.
But the downfall where they keep forgetting to put that light on and it's blinding people.
And they could give seizures to sensitive people. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Like I was like Coleco was saying, they do the lights to get people's reactions. I don't fucking care about the reactions. And,
Yeah.
and it's like,
I thought it was just a mess up, to be honest. Do
I
you think they
don't
did that
want
on
to see people's
purpose?
reactions.
Wait, no, they
You're
do that.
there,
They'll do
I
that.
Oh,
know.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, if you go to Monday Night Raw, you'll notice like the lights are like the
Wait,
red.
but you don't think they didn't think that was going to blind a big section of the crew, though? Or crowd?
Oh no, I think they did. I just think that like
Didn't
because
get it?
what they do is the lights move. You know how like they move and try to
Right.
get everything in a panorama and a
So
panorama.
it was just an oversight. Okay.
It was just like an oversight error, and that's not the first time because I was at the Royal Rumble and and I had that light dead in my fucking face, and I was like, "Yo, that is annoying as fuck."
There are so many employees in WWE that like, you got to talk to this guy before you can talk to this guy before you can talk to this guy who can talk to Vince. Like it's incredibly hard. Like in the tier of WWE. So to get stuff done, I'm sure a lot of stuff gets messed up in the mix of things.
Right, and you had to get enough people complaining about it.
Exactly. For anyone to give a shit. Exactly. Bingo. That's why the John Oliver piece mattered. But anyway.
It's worth noting that AJ Styles got injured in this match. He tore his hip or some a nerve in his hip, I suppose. But hopefully he'll be out. He'll be coming back sooner.
I mean, he just got his deal, so I mean,
Yeah.
he's set.
Yeah, he's fine. He can take a little vacation and be cool.
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it was that bad of an injury.
He needs it.
Yeah, speaking of injury, Daniel Bryan might be out for a little while, but yeah.
Yeah.
That's.
We'll get to that when we get to that match. The Usos.
I just spoke about it. I didn't go on a big spiel about it. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying. Don't get hot, Mitch. Don't get hot.
Oh, Lord. I got to take her up in this joint. Wait. That to be like the Don King.
Oh, it's all love in here. It's all love. We brothers punch each other. That's what brothers do.
Just because I love you, Mitch, don't mean I gotta like you. Okay, so the Usos.
Okay, brother love.
Okay, Rusev versus the Usos versus Rusev, Nakamura versus Ricochet and Aleister Black versus Sheamus and Cesaro for the SmackDown Tag Titles. The Usos retained with a double splash off the top rope on Sheamus in 10 minutes and 2 seconds.
The right group took the pin.
Yeah.
Right group to me won because I mean.
Before this, the Usos hasn't really had a WrestleMania moment, have they?
No,
right, they're not ready yet. And
what?
Rusev, I don't know what they're gonna do with them.
Hopefully,
wait, did you say who's not ready yet? Who's not ready yet?
Oh, they get the titles. They're not ready for the titles yet.
Who isn't?
Ricochet and Aleister.
Oh, okay, I'm just making sure. I thought you said the Usos weren't. I was about to get hot on you, brother.
Usos are
I'm just making sure. I was like, oh man, I'm gonna argue that point to the moon.
The right team won.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Good shit. Yeah, I agree.
Team won because they're the top tag team on that brand.
Like with Ricochet and Aleister Black, though, they're not really attacking. And Nakamura and Rusev, what in the hell are they doing with them? These are two main eventers, in my opinion. Yeah, I think it might have to do with their contracts. Maybe.
Yeah, because Nakamura should be up by now.
I think it's pretty soon. And then Rusev's in the summer. So it might be because they have given notice. I don't know.
I mean,
Nakamura's not complacent. That he likes Florida and he's just coasting through WWE at this point.
Yeah, well, I've heard this. Yeah, I've heard that the Young Bucks camp has been stoking his fire lately, so to speak. So I think he might be showing up in AEW soon. And that would be awesome.
Everybody's gonna join AEW.
Yeah, I know the Revival, Nakamura, and maybe the Good Brothers, and that's it for now.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good roster right there.
And yeah.
But we can.
I was gonna say maybe Ty Dillinger, but I don't know.
We can all agree that it was a good moment for the Usos. They finally got that WrestleMania moment.
They got the WrestleMania win because all their wins came on pre-shows, and
Right.
their losses came at WrestleMania.
That being
Right.
said, the Tuesday following that, the Hardy Boys defeated the Usos to win the
Oh
SmackDown
my
Tag
God.
Team Championships.
That fucking hurt.
So
That hurt.
basically,
Real quick, I can't believe. Yeah, back in the day, everyone would be on their hands and like just going nuts if the Hardys won a title match, and like for the fans to be backfiring on the Hardys, that's crazy to me. But it's justified because the Usos are, in my opinion, the best tag team in the company.
well, it seems like they signed the contracts and like, okay, now we got them, we could take the belts off of them.
I know, right? Well, that
That's
makes
how
no
I
sense to
felt
me.
about it.
But they
Makes no
weren't
sense to me.
anyway. I mean, even
Well, they were using it as negotiation for, but yeah,
I don't think they were going anywhere anyway.
they were just using it to get more money.
Well, they left
and
them now, and now they're going to go back with the law.
right. But even with everybody leaving, it's probably the most incredible tag team that they have. Like,
Hey, I'm all for all wrestlers using whatever methods they got to do to make more money. You know what I'm saying? That's what we're doing. So yeah, I'm all for that.
Now, as upset we are, the Hardy Boys winning the tag team championships, but congratulations to them anyway. It didn't seem like the Hardys
for the
were too
100th
excited
time.
to win the tag team championships either. Like, Jeff is usually very bouncy and happy, and it just seemed like he was just like, okay, I have to do this now.
It just seemed like another trip around the merry-go-round. Like I've done it, but here we go again. Like,
unless this is meant to like start a feud with the Usos.
I think it's a holder thing. It's another holder, a title, like just a placeholder situation.
Right, because I can't see. Because let's see, the bar is kind of busy.
I think Matt Hardy's going to be retiring, or not retiring, but at least like gearing down from full in-ring action, pretty like by next year.
Can we just stop it for a second and say how good Matt Hardy's looked?
Yeah, Matt Hardy always is. Lately, has always looked. Since he's done the broken gimmick, he's always looked good.
Yeah, but I mean, he's like physically, like he looks like he's in the best shape of his life at this point.
Well, I meant physically, but
yeah.
I see that he's getting in even better shape. Yeah.
Yeah, funny how like them actually having time off to recover. How good they can.
Yeah, imagine that. A little time off and rest and relaxation. Imagine that actually helping the body and mind. No way. Didn't see that coming. Fuck.
Okay, so
who would have seen that coming, right, Coleco?
Right. But my boys, man, they lost that hurt. I ain't even gonna lie.
Yeah. Oh no, it hurt us all. Yeah, me too. And we love the Hardys. That's what's funny about it.
Look, come on, guys. Let's not act like the Usos aren't going to get those belts back.
True.
Yeah, they don't. Pretty soon, at least by SummerSlam, I'm gonna get mad because they're the best tag team.
They're the most consistent tag team they got.
They're the best tag team in WWE. I'm gonna say it.
Between them and the New Day.
No, okay, well, no, right now they're out of the tag team. They're in the World Heavyweight picture, in my opinion.
As far as like tag team.
Right, but to me, it's the Usos. And then if you want to get complicated, like technical, New Day and the Bar behind them.
But what if the Usos go to Raw? Because
then the Bar and the New Day.
Because they do have that Superstar Shakeup next.
Right, I think is the Bar on SmackDown. I've lost track because they really haven't done really good like keeping track of who's on what brand.
They're on SmackDown right now. So
they've been mixing them up. Okay.
Let's get to the next.
They have been mixing them up though.
The Miz and Shane versus Shane McMahon in a false count anywhere match. Shane pinned the Miz when he superplexed Shane off a camera platform. They both pressed into a pad in 15 minutes and 28 seconds.
Well, it wasn't a pad.
Any of this match?
Yeah, I saw this match. I saw like the.
It wasn't a pad.
The suplex.
That's on the Wrestling Observer.
It was a wooden stage pad It's hard to explain. But anyway.
I'm just saying what
okay.
wrote.
Okay, fair enough.
But I think it was it told the story that they were needing to tell. I think the funniest part was when the dad tried to come in and fight, and he became the meme of like the week
Yeah, well, yeah, I saw that. That was
so,
yeah.
so that
But here's
was
the thing. Go ahead, I'm sorry. Go ahead and complete.
but that was the highlight. That was the highlight of that match to me. But the false count anywhere was basically to tell the story of anything goes, and Shane's gonna do something stupid. But
The thing that stood out to the match for me.
Well, real quick, I was trying to say something real quick if I can. Yeah, to me, the highlight of the match was, did you see Shane fly over that barricade and miss the top of the golf cart and go
that was bad.
Oh, he almost got bent in half, dude. I was like, oh, when I saw that. Yeah. So, I was snickering at that because he's a McMahon.
It's amazing he could still take these types of bumps at his age.
Well, but it's kind of like his playground. His dad owns the place, so it's his playground. It always has been.
The thing that I found interesting was when they wrestled at the commentary booths of the world. They went through. Shane went through the Japanese announce table.
The German announce table, you mean?
No, Japanese. At when they were in the crowd.
Yeah, he went through the German too, or he hit the German announcer at least.
Everybody hit the German announce team at one point.
He ran into them.
I was thinking, they just don't do that, and this seems like an FU to New Japan.
Yeah, where did that come from? I don't know where you did that, James. Yeah, but that's funny. Just because they did a power bomb into a table next to Japanese people, they're going against New Japan. That's just a funny correlation to me.
I think, but to me,
that's what I took away from the match.
No. Go ahead. Sorry.
I just don't think it's
that's hilarious, though.
Able to take all the bumps that superstars. Has anyone thought of that? Right.
Let's say that again. Sorry.
Has anyone ever thought of the fact that Shane has been taking all these crazy bumps that other superstars aren't allowed to?
But here's the thing, he doesn't do any wrestling per week. He comes and he does a crazy bump. So he has about a year in between to rest, and so that's okay. But all these other wrestlers, they're hurting themselves more, even though it doesn't look as flashy, because they are wrestling every week, and it's wear and tear to their bodies. Whereas opposed to Shane McMahon just comes in once a year, does a crazy stunt, and then gets to go home and rest for a year. It's a difference. It really is. I would rather have the Shane gimmick. Yeah.
Even with that, though, it's like he's able to, he could do the Hell of the Cell bump at 32. Showing up any other wrestler because they can't take that. They're not allowed to do that, but he can.
Well, we all know there's nepotism. It runs wild. Okay, not even Shane won, not just Shane, but Triple H also won on, okay, I can maybe understand this win, but I couldn't understand the WrestleMania 30 win against Sting. How do you have Sting wrestle his only match in WWE at WrestleMania to lose? It makes no sense to me unless it's a personal thing. It's they book personally. They do.
No, it's to show that WWE.
WWE is superior to WCW, and that's personal. They're rewriting history. They're writing their own history because they're the winners. See my point?
Yeah.
I mean, Sting had to
and
take it.
And they have that right. Exactly. I was just going to say they have that right, unfortunately, because there was only one big dog back in 2015. There wasn't AEW back then. I'm just saying.
Okay with Shane winning the match, considering that he's literally never won a match since coming back.
True, he hasn't won anything.
I'm sick of anyone with the last name McMahon.
But I think with the Miz, though, the match really wasn't about a win or lose. It was just more about, in his mind, winning the match really didn't matter, right? It was more about...
It was just to torture Shane McMahon. Yeah, beat him up, hurt him as much as possible.
Yeah, that was the vibe I got.
That was what they were going for, and I give it to Miz. He's a really good actor, and he did his part well. To me, Shane, I've seen it too many times. I've seen it to where he makes the bump look so easy to where it doesn't hurt. It makes other people be like, yeah, that's fake. You know what I mean? People who aren't educated into it like we are.
Yeah.
They'll be like, yeah, that's fake. Bullshit. So that's my worry, because he does it too many. He does it every year at WrestleMania.
I just want to say, like, he probably has a lot of padding underneath those pants and shirt.
Well, I don't think so.
Got a bulletproof vest under that, brother.
yeah. No, he's got an ironclad soul. Like, God or Satan, one of them is protecting him.
The next thing up is they're doing the Hall of Fame guys with Honky Tonk Man, Troy Wilson,
Produce the Honky Tonk Man.
Brutus,
Sorry.
the fucking Barber Beefcake, and
you watch too much Bruce Pritchard.
I like Bruce Pritchard.
I love it too. That was my first big podcast that I really loved.
Awesome.
But go ahead.
Anyway, DX came out last, of course. They did their step. But there was no mention of the biggest thing that came out of the Hall of Fame, and that was Bret Hart getting attacked.
That guy was that guy. He's gonna have to move to a different country. He is fucked. Like, he doesn't know who he screwed with.
No. He got hit.
But it's more coming. Like, he's not gonna be able to live outside. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All I know is the revival.
Oh, I saw that.
Nothing about the revival.
Well, Travis Brown too. Travis Brown stomped him in his ass.
Broke him off some proper.
Well, Travis Brown got him good though. Travis Brown, the ground and pounded him.
Hell, Davey Boy Smith Jr. got him.
Yeah,
good.
Davey Jr. A few others. Yeah.
And everybody jumped his ass.
Yeah, a few people got it. I think Titus got in there.
I don't know what it's the same, because it's honoring somebody, and for you to shit all over that moment, it's just so disrespectful.
Bret Hart was my wrestling hero growing up. I met him and it was underwhelming. So to me, that kind of killed it. But he's still growing up. He's still he did all those things to me. He was my Hulk Hogan.
You didn't have a good Bret Hart moment?
Not meeting him, he was just really dull. He didn't seem like he was having a good time. Yeah, he was just he was just trying to get it done with and get back to he didn't look like he was feeling well, to be honest, at that time.
Yeah, I've met him a couple times.
I think he was sick. Yeah, he was dealing with something back then.
Depending on when you see him, he was in good spirits or not in good spirits. So it's just
right. Exactly. And it wasn't. I knew it wasn't anything personal. I could tell he didn't feel good. There was an energy about it.
Yeah,
just visible when you catch him.
Right. And because Brett's those are people that I know who know him or have known him in the past. Like they say, he's a really quiet guy. He speaks with his actions. He doesn't talk a lot. So that's just him.
Such a great wrestler.
Exactly, and he had a shred of dignity, like back in the day, where not so many did.
Yeah.
Back in that day, so yeah, that's why I was a big Bret Hart fan.
The next match up is Bayley and Sasha versus Nia Jax and Tamina versus Natalya and Beth Phoenix versus Billie Kay and Peyton Royce for the tag team titles. The Iconics won the titles when Phoenix used the Glam Slam on Bayley off the middle rope, and Peyton Royce saved, and Billie Kay jumped on top for the pin in 10 minutes and 47 seconds, making WrestleMania iconic.
And I called it, and I fucking loved it, man. That's definitely my favorite women's tag team. I've been a huge Iconics fan since before they were in NXT. So yeah, congratulations to Peyton Royce and Billie Kay.
The only really tag team out of these four tag teams.
I brought it up last week. Yep, they're the only pure tag team, right?
Yep.
But I don't know. First off, Nia's gone. She tore her ACL. Get well soon, baby. I hope she come back. Man, that's my girl. That's my girl.
You know what's cool? Scott's got a thing for her too, but Scott's taken, so.
Oceanside, California, right or Carlsbad, rather.
Scott's got a girl, so yeah.
Girl bad, but anyway, I get what they were going with, but I think the title change I come to, because it brings intrigue to it.
Right. Yeah.
It makes titles seem more intimidating.
Are you
Like,
not
No, but
into the Iconics, Coleco?
I mean, wrestling when the bell rings, it's a different story.
so
But
wait, I'm the opposite. I like it when the bell rings. I think they're annoying when they do their shit on
but
the
that's
mic.
my point. The point is they're so annoying that to me it's like
Well, that's their point. That's their gimmick, obviously. But yeah,
I put it this way. To me, they're like the honky tonk man in A's, where like you can see anybody beating them,
they're just
but
like
they're gonna
the
wiggle their
bratty
way
girls.
out of it, right?
Yeah, they're just the bratty girls.
Right.
That's their gimmick.
Well, if you look at the talent that they were in this match with, Bailey, former champion, Sasha, former champion, Nia, former
They
champion,
don't. Yeah, Bailey and Sasha should be in singles matches. But go ahead.
Natalia, Beth Phoenix, there's a wealth of talent in this match.
Yeah, Beth shouldn't be there. In my opinion.
Kanan haven't done nearly as much as these girls.
No, they just haven't had. No, they just haven't had been they haven't had their names on the marquee as many times as the others have.
Right.
But they're just as talented. Yeah, they just needed a push, and they got it. So I'm happy.
Yeah, this is where I feel like the belts are going to make them.
There we go. Yeah, I'll agree. It'll help. Yeah, for sure.
It'll help, but I think by trying to make them, they're going to lose their.
The opposite with Bailey and Sasha, that was to make the belts, in my opinion.
Because I think Bailey and Sasha were trying to legitimize it the way Kenny Omega did with the US.
That's what I just said. Yeah, that's what I said. I said Sasha and Bailey were the opposite. They were trying to bring legitimacy to the title, right?
Right.
Well, let's talk about the former champs. Alexa Bliss defeated Bailey in 2 minutes and 44 seconds on Raw. And Sasha Banks was scheduled to be on the Wendy Williams show and canceled due to a family emergency. So not last week for
Okay, wait. Real quick, that's what you heard from sources.
That's what they say.
Close to Sasha that it's a family emergency. You don't know that it might not be a family emergency.
Yeah,
I don't even know for sure, but I'm pretty sure it's not.
Because I saw a picture of her with Coleco on the Dominican Republic vacation. So, that's...
Tell my wife that, man.
I know, right? You're going to get the man in trouble.
So,
sorry about that, Coleco.
It's a really good place to have a bad thing happen, I suppose.
Exactly. But I don't know. I just feel like with Sasha and Bailey, they're two people that I feel like that they'll give them the titles, but they don't
underused.
They don't give them the legitimacy of actually successfully defending the title.
Real quick, okay. Here's what I would do with Sasha. It's easy. Turn her back to the old heel boss character. That's who she is at real heart. She's kind of a bitch. Yeah. Like in real life, she's kind of a bitch. So just turn her back heel and let her be the boss she was back in NXT.
I don't know why they haven't done that already, but...
Because they're stupid! Road Dogg finally left. He's finally gone from the SmackDown creative team.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's another change.
Yeah, and, Sasha might not even be in WWE for long after this, because
Yeah, because she was one to quit.
Yeah.
That was just a one-off. That was just a one-off. She doesn't even want to wrestle anymore. She did it as a favor on her contract. I think that might be her last match.
That's interesting. And like you said, AEW coming around and...
I don't think I don't know anything about her. I don't know her at all. I don't even have friends that know her, so... Okay. I don't know any... When it comes to Alexa Bliss, it's all speculation.
I think...
Barely. But with Sasha, she unfollowed
WWE.
Sasha,
with Sasha...
AEW.
With Sasha, it's possible that, Sasha said on the... you gotta be okay, careful with what wrestlers say on social media because sometimes they want certain reactions, like what Ronda did,
Yeah.
But with Sasha, she who was it? I forget. Someone who got their release. She said, "Oh, take me with you," or something like that. I forget who it was, but that was like a few months ago. So I wouldn't be shocked at all if Sasha left to see her go to AEW.
Yeah. I think maybe Bailey would maybe wait it out a little bit and maybe see if she gets the
I don't see her
opportunity.
go.
But
No,
yeah, I don't see her
I
going.
see her stay. No, I don't either.
I think with Bailey, man, they could have made her like
The female John Cena.
yes.
yeah.
The way
Yes.
she could have been marketed so like
Okay. You know that little girl? What's that little girl's name in NXT? What was her
Izzy?
name? Izzy. They could have made a million Izzies out of they had a million Izzy little girls that could have looked up to her that way.
Yep.
I'm just saying they
just
blew
picked
it.
her over. And
Really
they
Because-
blew
see
it.
it.
Okay, wait. Let me millions of dollars. That would have been. They threw millions of dollars out of the window, in my opinion.
Just by not like giving her that.
Yeah, not going with what they had. They had something and they dropped the ball.
Yep.
Yeah.
Uh,
And to me, real quick, to me, that comes back to their complacency. Back when they didn't have to care. They didn't have a reason. They had no one else on their heels. You know what I'm saying?
Coming out of this match, Nia Jax tore both her ACL, so she's going to be out up to 9 months. That kind of sucks for her.
Real quick, it's not surprising, but you're not the only one that has a crush on her, Coleco. Let's just say that, or that likes her, thinks she's a good-looking woman.
Oh yeah, she's a good-looking woman.
Yeah, she definitely has been a lot of people have a crush on her. It's compared to it's just shocked me in comparison to some of the others, like over Becky and Charlotte even.
Let's just hope Coleco's wife isn't listening to the show.
Yeah, right. I'll take full responsibility.
Oh, she already knows. It's a foregone conclusion.
Okay.
Other than my wife.
Yeah, she already found Naya in Coleco's bedroom, so it's all good.
Yeah.
So,
The champions.
Coleco's like, That was priceless. Go ahead. It's alright, Chase, go ahead.
The champions, the Iconics, defeated the Brooklyn Bells on SmackDown. Next week, they'll be fighting the Quebec Queens for the titles to continue to prove they are fighting champions.
Mm-hmm.
Considering the fact that they don't have a deep tag team roster, but
No, not at all. They're gonna have to dip into NXT to deepen the roster, in my opinion.
well, I thought that was the whole thing. It was supposed
I
to be
did
like
too. I did too.
all across brand titles.
But if they're not going to do that, yes, what you got to do is, at least for the women and the tag team division, cut off the brand split, meaning put the tag teams and the women on both shows and one belt for both.
I think that's what they're thinking of doing.
Right now, real quick, as of now, they're not consolidating the women's titles, but I hope they do. Right now, they're saying they're not going to, but we'll see.
Yeah. The only other women's tag team that I know of is from Ring of Honor, Thunder Rosa and Holodead. So I'm not sure if they would be willing to put them over, but that's
the old beautiful people back in the day. The beautiful people back in the day in TNA, that would have been great in WWE, but yeah.
Well, they're trying to do the Sky Pirates with Kyrie.
I hate Kyrie Sane. I can't stand her.
She could go though.
Yeah, Io Shirai. I love her. She is hot for an Asian. I'm not a big Asian fan for girls, but I like her. She's cute.
This is the podcast of girls.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm gonna give my opinion on everything.
We get it.
So take it and like it.
And you'd like to Io Shirai, but we're getting.
Well done.
Let's just get past this.
Okay, let's get past it. What's up?
Daniel Bryan versus Kofi Kingston for the WWE title. Kofi won by hitting the Trouble in Paradise and 23
Sounds so awkward, James.
And I think this match, I think this was probably with the crowd. This was probably the biggest invested match. You know what's funny is everyone keeps bringing up the fact that Kofi Kingston is the first Black African American.
I know he's not though. The Rock.
And everyone just tends to forget about The Rock.
I know. Thank you.
Or the fact that Mark Henry and Booker T. But I get what they're saying on the it's of they were
in the last 20 years maybe
there was never a Black
Universal Universal champion.
Right.
Oh no! Wait. Yeah. I agree. Never mind.
Win, kind of overdue because if I can remember right, the last Black person that held either either one or two of those major titles was Mark Henry back in.
Oh, he's right, Mark Henry. Yep, you're right.
Yeah.
So it's been about 6 years. So it's been about due. So
2012, 2013. Yeah.
Yeah. So if anybody that was.
I mean, he deserves it.
Yeah, Kofi deserved it. And the crowd.
Oh, absolutely. If he lost, I was afraid of maybe a little riot, dude. For real.
The crowd was crazy.
Yeah.
Didn't the crowd just complains and go home? They're not much of fighters.
I think everyone.
I could easily saw this match ending the night. Like, this match should have been.
Right, yeah. That's the problem when you have 2 or 3 big matches like that. Like, like when you have at least 3 of those matches and they're on, like, that's why I like how they did Seth and Brock in the beginning. Because you kind of spread them out. I like that.
It was kind of like Weekend.
Yeah.
There was after the match, there was a big celebration with the New Day. They brought back Daisy the Cow title belt and Kofi's kids, and I thought that was a pretty cool moment. Like you could always.
Oh, it was awesome. Kofi's kid has so much charisma. Oh yeah, he's got the business in him already.
Oh yeah, Kofi's kid was wilding out.
Yeah, his kid's got it in him. You can tell he's got charisma in him already.
Yeah.
By the way, real quick, sorry. Yes, absolutely. I think so too. I think he'll be one of the next. What do you think? He'll probably be one of the next people to follow in his dad's footsteps. But there's so many of them nowadays. Yeah. But Big E. I don't know. I don't think it's very serious, but he's injured. He's got a torn meniscus, I believe.
Yeah, I was gonna bring that up.
Sorry, I didn't mean to beat you to it.
No, actually, thanks for reminding me.
No problem.
It's another interesting thing because like New Day hasn't had this like a serious injury during their whole run.
Mm-hmm.
This is the first time like they're going to be broken up.
I mean, Kofi had a jacked up knee.
But you can still have Big E on the side doing his thing without wrestling. He can still be on TV.
Yeah, Kofi had a jacked up knee a while back.
I don't think he could dance without torn meniscus, guys.
Well, dude, Big E is a lot of personality, and he can still do he can still do the talking and the personality stuff off the ring work. Yeah, easily.
Yeah, he's a
damn good personality. He is so funny.
He is low key Twitter king, yo. Low key Twitter king.
No, whenever he does anything, he cracks me up, dude. When he dances, he cracks me up. When he just cracks me up.
But yeah, I got to beat the Thursday, so yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
I already knew. Like I told him straight up, I believed in him.
I've met 2 of the 3. I've met Kofi and Big E.
And it's just crazy because like I've seen like all the videos of other like black wrestlers. Like they had one with Chad and MVP watching the Kofi Kingston match.
Oh, you mean Chad Gaspard?
Yeah.
Chad, okay.
Watching the match.
That's a name we haven't heard for a really long time.
Yeah. And when Kofi won, they literally cried. Like it was crazy.
That's awesome. That's because they were with Kofi. They were working with Kofi, dude.
So like
they were on the roster when Kofi was on the roster. You know what I mean?
It just
they saw the talent Kofi had, and they saw it. They're like, and I'm sure they thought in their head, he's not being seen with the talent he has because he's colored. They probably were thinking that.
But my thing is this though:
anyone thinks
it has to be Kofi.
Yeah, but it's fucked up. Anyone's got to be treated that way or feel treated that way in this like time of year.
Right.
It's just crazy to me, but yeah.
Right. But low key, Vince actually likes Kofi.
Oh yeah, they love him. Yeah, one of Vince's best friends is R-Truth too. Funny enough.
Yeah. So like, it's just weird how like it doesn't transcend the.
Right. It's just depending on the personality. Right. Yeah.
The next night on Raw, Kofi challenged Seth Rollins for the Universal Championship, and they were having a unification match.
That was a cock tease of a match I've ever seen.
Oh no! Do you know how many black friends I had that were like, so they go drop the title off Kofi?
I know, right? I knew exactly. I just figured that's what people were going to think.
Just that damn thing. He already about to lose it.
We didn't even get a chance to celebrate, damn it.
And I'm like, they're not going to drop it. At best, it's going to be an inconclusive match.
Yeah, they'll have someone come in and knock someone out. Yeah.
I mean, we could all agree that we kind of thought like Seth was gonna win this match, but is that kind of
No.
shame on us for not?
I never thought Seth would win.
Seth the benefit of the doubt.
I didn't think there was going to be a winner.
I knew it was going to happen. What Coleco said, I knew it was going to be a dust up at the end.
Because the fact that Kofi won that merch movement when they pulled the shirt out, I was like, "There's no way he's losing."
You can't do that. But you know why? Because that's money. That's merchandise. You're not gonna pull the plug on that when it's making as much money as it is right now.
Exactly.
I know Vince. They ain't gonna do that. No way in hell.
But it is worth noting that Kofi Kingston actually defeated Seth Rollins. It was via DQ, but he still won. The ball interrupted. The crowd seemed really pissed off about the interruption of the match.
Well, yeah. I mean,
they were, but you kind of saw this coming.
Right. Yeah, I did. I mean, if you were blind, you saw this coming.
Yeah. And on SmackDown...
And plus, they advertised the celebration, which is what you were about to say.
Bingo! Dude, let's see, about I think it was an hour before the Kofi and Bryan WrestleMania match, they had the new T-shirts, the Kofi Championship T-shirts on WWE.com for sale like an hour before the match happened.
Well, that's just
so they spoiled it. Yeah, anyone who typed in Kofi or New Day got spoiled.
Yeah.
But you already knew he was going to win anyway. I think it was
but
I like how everyone that this though I can say.
Well, James thought Daniel was going to win. He predicted Daniel to win.
Thing in the city was similar.
Coleco, did you know that? James predicted Daniel Bryan to win, beat Kofi at WrestleMania.
I wouldn't have been also saw it, but if you were there in the city, the vibe was kind of like how Daniel Bryan was at 30.
It was exactly like that. Not kind of. I thought it was exactly like that. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, it was very, very similar.
Yep.
So you kind of saw the writing on the wall.
It was like Kofi Mania. Kofi Mania.
With Becky and with Seth and with Kofi, the writing was on the wall. Like the vibe was like, yeah, they're gonna win.
But I thought. But because of that, I thought maybe Seth would lose. I thought, no, they're not going to give us all three happy endings. I didn't think Vince would do that, but I'm glad he did.
Coleco, obviously you were there. So was this the biggest pop of the show, or was it Seth, or was it Becky?
No,
this was the biggest pop of the show, and the reason I say that is because after Kofi, after that match. There was like a lull up until Becky.
I was just gonna ask that. Yeah. Okay, thank you.
Because after that,
I was just gonna say
Elias, the which was cool, and Thugonomics came out.
Awesome. And he had his pop. I popped. I marked out a little bit of the Thugonomics character.
But I think if they had ended with that, I think it would have been the biggest pop because it was the biggest pop, hands down.
But here's the problem.
Because I think New York is like a melting pot city.
Right. Oh, absolutely.
Like every ethnicity kind of saw that one.
Boston, Philadelphia, you got Washington, D.C. not too far away. You know what I mean? All kinds of huge cities around.
Right, like everybody was kind of like feeling that. That was the pop of the night. Especially like when he brought his kid. He brought his kid in. Right. And that was the biggest pop.
Yeah. Like I said, I was going to bring up the fact that, to me, even the people watching at home, you could see a sizable dip between the Kofi Kingston and the Kofi Kingston Bryan match and the women's triple threat in terms of fan reaction. Like you could see a huge difference.
I think with that, because the Kofi match was a match that was invested in, and not saying that they weren't invested in the main event, but by that time, you're thinking we've been there since.
So, do you think
4 o'clock?
Do you think maybe if they had made them wait for last for the Kofi Bryan match, and they put the women's match second to last, that it would have had a higher reaction than it did? The women's match. Or do you think
The only reason I already knew that
was
they
the
were
crowd just dead by then, or what?
Well, the reason I knew that match was going to go on because as much as everybody loved Kofi and this whole story, because I would say this the Ronda Becky Charlotte match really it was just more or less about like who's
Like a
the
spectacle.
best or who's the best.
It's more like a spectacle.
It was a spectacle. But with Kofi, you were invested because, especially as me as a black guy, I'm looking like, ain't that many of us that were champs, right?
Well, and obviously Brian was setting him up. Brian saw himself in Kofi. You know what I mean?
That part too. But it was also real. Like WWE placated to their own history of racial relations, right?
You're right.
So that whole racial relation, especially in 2019, like the fact that it's this like the fact that David took that and made it a storyline to stare themselves in the mirror to even acknowledge that part.
Yeah, I agree. I think that's
what made people more invested into it, right?
Yeah, I hear you. I see what you're
saying. That's why that was a bigger pop because it's not every day like you get a storyline that is close to home. And for a lot of people who've been WWF fans and seen the Junkyard Dogs,
it was like
Bewares.
It was like but it was a different kind of WrestleMania 30. It was, like he said, it was like a historic, like a part of the population that felt kind of cascaded, like pushed aside. It feels like Kofi is their champion, and I get it, dude. I fucking get it.
Yep. And this was the one thing where like little black kids can say, "Hey, look, I'm Kofi Kingston. I'm W."
Yeah,
and I kind of saw this coming.
Yeah, that think they're ignored. Yeah,
and I think that kind of got help with Mustafa Ali getting injured. But I also
that was the moment of like that was the catalyst.
The catalyst.
Word. Good job, Jim.
That was the catalyst in the genesis. And also,
really, you know words, holy shit. No,
but I also think like the way Hollywood looked at movies too. So yeah, it just depends.
So
I hear what you're saying,
Coleco. On Tuesday, the New Day defeated The Bar and Drew McIntyre. I can't help to think that Drew McIntyre is getting this rivalry with Kofi.
Well, here's the thing. Did you see how Drew? You didn't see it, but Drew McIntyre off screen left at the end of the match because Vince didn't want him even on the screen for when the Bar took the pin. Funny enough. Yeah. So they're gonna do they're gonna do either Kofi, Kofi and Drew, or
people were thinking Seth and Drew.
Or Seth and I was just gonna say Seth and Drew. It's either Seth and Drew or Kofi and Drew.
Yeah.
Yep. Drew McIntyre and Samoa Joe, to me, are the two guys that, besides Rusev and Nakamura, that need to be pushed that haven't been pushed. They're monsters. They're amazing wrestlers.
But Joe just made easy work.
Samoa
Joe.
Well, yeah, but he maybe even Bobby Roode. But Joe deserves to be in the world title picture, like he was, not just losing every time. I think he's a monster.
Joe's match. He wrestled Rey Mysterio for
you just cut me off like that, okay.
Title. Joe put him in the chokehold and won by referee stoppage in 1 minute.
And that's a good step forward, but it's not like if he did that to John Cena. That would have been great.
I'm just happy that Samoa Joe got a WrestleMania match after all these years.
But like I said, have him choked out of John Cena.
But that was based on injury though. Like he kind of got hurt.
Yeah, well, no, I heard that was the plan all along, to be honest, and they just made it shorter of a match to give Joe the win. That was always the plan.
But Joe always had that. But Joe already.
Joe's one of the most underrated. You don't see as much in Samoa Joe.
No, I see it. No, I see a lot in Joe, but I just think him having this title is perfect for him because Dave
has no story though.
Last summer, I'm the biggest AJ Styles fan in the world, and I was rooting super hard for Samoa Joe to, maybe win the WWE Championship.
There you go.
Last year, so
But they weren't going to do that because AJ was the fucking cover of the 19 game, so they weren't.
I know that.
Well, AJ and Daniel Bryan are their poster boys, and Roman Reigns. Yeah.
But keep in mind, in WWE, man, it's a.
I hope we get to see more of him. And
him and Drew deserve it. Like I said, Rusev and Nakamura, but I think they're on their way out the way they're being.
Yeah.
But keep in mind, man, only so many people can like.
Yeah, they got a roster of like over 200 really good wrestlers.
Right, so you got so it's a rotation thing, right? Like,
but that's why I'm saying a lot of them are gonna have to leave because of the supply and demand. There's more demand and a lot of the suppliers in WWE, and so that's why a lot of them they're gonna leave now that there's a second choice that pays the same. You see my point?
Yeah.
So
we'll see.
Yeah, that's what I already.
It's a difference. It's a difference paying Hangman Page than paying fucking.
I get your trepidation. Well, they already have Pac, aka Neville, in it, but I get your trepidation and Jericho. I get your trepidation, but there's things that I know, and the fact that in terms of like their TV deal and the people that they're bringing in and are trying to bring in, I feel there's something behind it. And this is the new wrestling boom. Like in the late 90s, it was a boom between WWE or WWF, like in WCW. Now it's a wrestling boom of the indies, to where now the indies have their own promotion, kind of.
Yeah.
So yeah. So it's an evolution of at least of the wrestling economy, and that's better for every wrestler. So
yeah. On Tuesday, Braun and Joe had an altercation on SmackDown. So that's the next rivalry, obviously.
I like that. I didn't expect it though. I thought they were gonna like shit on Joe again and just put him in shitty storylines.
That's what I'm trying to say. Joe is the type of dude where the wins and losses really don't affect him.
But
you just know he gonna choke. You just know he gonna come out there and choke a brother out. Like,
yeah, but here's the problem though. They have him lose in weird ways. Like he will kick someone's ass and then like real quick 1, 2, 3. But it happened all the time.
Perfect. That's perfect.
But not if you overuse it.
You know why? And this is why.
Everything in moderation though, Coleco.
But I get it. But the way that it is, the way he's booked is like, yo, I'm beating your ass so bad. I don't have to. That's just how he is. He's the type of dude.
I think me and Mitch are in the same boat, and I think Coleco is.
I know where you're coming from, but I just don't agree with it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fine. I get it.
That's what this is for.
Exactly. That's cool. I'm just telling you where they're coming from on it.
And I get you, yeah.
He's the type of dude where, because think about it this way. When he fought Brock Lesnar for the Universal title,
everyone knew he was going to lose. That's the problem.
Everyone knew he was going to win. But he gained more by losing and showing fucking fight than winning. But
he didn't. Everyone was like, yeah, he's going to lose at every, like when he fought AJ, when he fought Danny Bryan, every match. Roman Reigns.
But he never.
By the way, this is a funny little note. If anyone noticed, you could switch Samoa Joe and Roman Reigns theme music, and it would fit both of them. Samoa Joe, because Roman Reigns' real name is Joe. He's Samoan. Blah blah blah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Okay. The stupid thought of the moment by Mitch Mayhem.
That was actually a perfect transition. Roman Reigns versus Drew McIntyre. Roman hit the punch and spear pin in 10 minutes and 10 seconds. Unfortunately, I was going to say, Drew McIntyre didn't win this match like you and I had predicted. Yeah.
As we wanted. I know, but we wanted it. I know, but we were hoping for it.
Come on, man. Really?
We thought maybe after what they did, but they shoved him down our throats. You think maybe after the Kansas situation they learned their lesson? I thought maybe. Nope, they haven't. He's not the face. He shoved him. He's been shoved down our throats.
No,
That's
he's
not
the
what
face.
I thought about
He's
this
the face.
match.
But he's the. Wait. Let me make this very clear. He's the face to
He's the
Vince
face.
McMahon. To
He's
Vince
the face.
McMahon. To Vince McMahon, not to the fans.
That's all you have to be. You just got
Not
to
to
be
the fans.
You got to be the face to the man who signed them checks.
That's
But the wrestlers are the ones who provide the. I mean, the wrestlers, the fans are the ones who provide the money for Vince to sign the checks.
Man, please, the TV deal.
I hear what you're saying. I'm just saying there is if fans like united and had their voice truly heard, they could control Vince.
Man, that dude is the face because when he came back, bro.
I know, but I think it was just because he was hated before. Then he gets cancer and he's yay. I just think it's a little fake.
Watch what you're about to say, Mitch.
I know. I'm not saying any more on that. That's why I stopped.
I
know.
You're trying to...
No, I just said it was fake, meaning like because before he was pushed, and then after that, it's like they forgot all of that. You can't forget it just because I thank God he beat cancer. Cancer sucks. I hate it, but you can't forget what happened.
Well,
you can't just push it under the rug and say nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. That's kind of what they're doing.
They were going for that feel good moment, as you could tell. Like this was a big WrestleMania. All the big.
I get it. I'm just I understand it. I just wanted to see Drew go over.
No, he wasn't. He was not.
I know he wasn't going to, but I was praying. I was praying to wrestling gods for go.
Your prayer was not answered. I could have told you that one.
Yeah, I could have told you that
last week, Coleco, to give us your predictions. So, yeah, let's go.
I mean, it kind of went every prediction I had it.
Would you have gone with all their faces, pretty much like it went,
with the exception of the Iconics?
Yeah, we both predicted Iconics correct.
Iconics and who else I thought? Yeah, that was about it because every other match I kind of.
Oh, by the way, at the end I did flip from Bobby Lashley to Finn Balor because the only reason I even considered Bobby Lashley possibly winning is because of the heel-face ratio. I was like, I got to figure this out. I was trying to like justify it in my own mind.
Man, WrestleMania is where all the faces get.
WrestleMania's past, it wasn't like that, but.
Yeah.
But if you want heels to get over, just go to SummerSlam. And you'll see.
Yeah, you got a point. You got a point.
You'll see all the heels get over all you want.
It's just funny that it's already like you can already predict it. You know what I mean? Like
WWE
go over SummerSlam. Yeah.
Putting smiles on.
On the kids' faces. Yes, I know. Big.
So
send them home happy. Send them home happy.
Exactly.
Speaking of heels,
but now hopefully they're gonna have a competition that they can push their ass. So hopefully, anyway.
Speaking of heels, the Elias contract was next. This was probably the most entertaining segment because we got to see the Doctor of Thugonomics return, John Cena.
I loved it. I loved it.
Like I've hated John Cena for a really long time, but I loved it, Doctor of Thugonomics, John Cena. So this was a cool throwback for me.
Yeah, real quick, they used to shove John Cena down our throats like they did with Roman Reigns, so that's why we didn't like him, or for at least people like myself. But dude, Doctor of Thugonomics, John Cena, I loved him before he became like all-American good boy John Cena in like 2005. And it just brought back, I was around 21, 22 when that gimmick was going around, and it just brought back so many good memories. I loved it. I loved it.
When he said, no, AA, but you're getting an FU, I fucking popped for that.
I know, they turned it back to the FU, went back there. I was like, yes. Finally, they're bringing some stuff back from either the Attitude Era or the Ruthless Aggression Era.
I think that was probably like the third.
That confused the hell out of me. Like, I was like, why are they calling it the AA? That's the FU.
PG.
I was gonna say because of their investors, but yeah, that too.
Yeah.
I mean, in the
that
South
too, all of it. You're right. No, you're right. You're right.
Well, what about you, Coleco? You were there. How was the reactions for John?
Top 3 pop. I would say Kofi, Becky. No, Kofi.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you your top three
Kofi, Becky,
pops.
Cena.
So Seth Rollins wasn't top three.
I mean, Seth was a pop, but
not top three.
But he'd probably be top 5.
Okay, that's good to know. Okay,
That's
it did look like a big pop, but I wanted to know. I wanted it was measured. I wanted to know what it was measured to the Kofi Kingston pop.
Here's how I say. I would order it: Kofi, Becky, Cena, Balor coming out with the damn demon. Seth.
So real quick, the women's match, so you're saying it got loud right at the end when Becky won. That's when it got
it got intense when Becky won.
Gotcha. Okay, there, yeah.
And then you saw the confusion because
because the shoulders showing up.
People were for sure thinking that Charlotte was taking.
Ronda's shoulders did go up, but
like taking the pin or taking the submission or whatever.
Right, so everyone thought that.
And
people thought they were gonna tie it in a storyline when Ronda popped her shoulders up for a second.
But I think it was probably even better that it happened that way because
they can bring her back when she's ready to come back, they can bring her back and that get kind of how you didn't really pin me kind of thing.
But to me, the real beef was between Becky and Ronda anyway.
Yeah.
Like Charlotte was just a mix.
Yeah, but I think their intention might have been to go with the pin on Charlotte, keep Ronda strong for when she comes back in the future, but they already did, it already happened. So I heard Vince was pretty mad. I mean, I did, so.
Well, we'll talk a little bit more about that.
We can talk about the next week. Okay.
Elias, the next night on Raw, Elias has to be the definition of insanity, trying to do this concert.
Repeating the definition of insanity is repeating yourself over and over and over again.
Yeah, and he's expecting a different result. But this
they tried turning him. He turned face for like all of 2 months, and then
But Undertaker came out this time and chokeslammed and tombstoned him for a 3 count. It was kind of a giveaway when Elias said whoever comes out is gonna be a dead man. Yeah, and right then I was like, okay, Undertaker's here. Yeah.
But that didn't stop people from popping.
Yeah, and then this is a joke. And then Undertaker's massive dong hit. And then
and everybody's pajamas came out and got wet.
And then the Undertaker's massive dong hit. Yeah, that has so many connotations. So yeah. Okay. Anyways, moving on.
People still wonder.
Not many people might not get that joke. So
yeah. Mitch has this issue. We're talking to him about it. So anyway.
Wait, what? What?
About the innuendo that we've been talking about.
Oh, is that a bad problem or what? Oh, well, I'm just joshing. I'm just having fun. We're just having fun.
Okay. My issue with this was Undertaker. You have Undertaker at WrestleMania weekend. Why not put him on WrestleMania? Not even to have a match, just to do what he did to Elias anyway. But
because Thugonomics. Because Thugonomics was relevant for that time.
Right. Yeah.
And Undertaker is more relevant for the audience of TV. It's a bigger deal for him to show up at a Raw than it is at WrestleMania.
The Raw after WrestleMania, because that's the biggest Raw of the year.
Yeah, and that's what I was saying.
And you needed a spotlight appearance of some kind for the Raw after WrestleMania.
And that's what it was, right? The Raw after WrestleMania is probably the biggest
smart.
Raw ever.
Because I said to myself, okay, if Undertaker didn't show up on WrestleMania, I'm guessing he's going to be on Raw. I kind of thought so.
Right.
Because they needed something. That's what.
Yeah. It's not just any Raw.
Because that was the first WrestleMania in quite a while that Undertaker had not even been on or been.
First one since 2000.
Thank you. Was
2000. Yeah, since that was considered WrestleMania 2000. That wasn't considered WrestleMania 16.
Yeah, but if we're going by numbers,
I get what you mean. 16. Right. Yeah.
So everybody knows.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah, and then after that, it was WrestleMania 10.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
he started in I think it was WrestleMania 7. When was his first match? 6 or 7?
7.
7.
Yeah. Okay. 7.
Yeah.
Yep.
At that point, he did not have a streak.
No.
Yeah. The next match was Triple H versus Batista, no holds barred. With
Okay,
Triple H at stake.
I got something on this one.
Hold on. Triple H got with his second pedigree and 24 minutes.
I'm ready to go.
46 seconds. This was the longest match on the card, and Triple H has had the longest matches on Mania since 2013, with the exception of 2016.
It's easy to have really long matches if you can book yourself that way.
Well, of course.
I mean, when you got the
daughter of the boss.
Hey man, he doesn't get to wrestle all the time, so he gets that one time a year.
He's the wifey. He's Stephanie McMahon's wifey. In my opinion.
Coleco's gonna tell Stephanie that you said that.
Yeah, please do. Yeah, if you ever in your dreams, please tell her. That's the only time you'll ever be able to talk to her.
No, he's talked to her at WrestleMania. They had a conversation.
Sure you did.
She was at our tailgate. Real shit. She
you might. She might have waved. Did you really talk to her?
Yeah, she showed up. And
interesting. Huh? That's cool.
Yeah.
Real quick though, about the Triple H and Batista situation. Triple H missed a huge moment that he had just handed to him when Batista came out. I said when I was me and Scott on the remix, I said, "Oh my God, why doesn't Triple H just come out right now as Thanos?" And everyone was like, "Yeah, dude, what the yeah!" And all he had to do was come out as Thanos, and everyone would have popped so big and loved him. And nope, he couldn't do it. I mean, it was easy to think of that. I thought of it right on the spot. And if I can do that, I'm sure it went through their heads. But I think he thought of it. Well, go ahead. Sorry.
Didn't Seth do Thanos at SummerSlam?
No.
Yeah, he had the ring gear. That was Thanos' team.
Okay, well, what he can do is he can do a Thanos entrance that's different with the glove. That's different.
True.
Yeah, he can do something different.
But everybody, please tell me everybody caught when Batista fell in trying to.
Oh, of course I did. I laughed my ass off.
I was like, when that happened, everybody just was like,
I laughed my ass off. Oh, yeah, Matthew from WrestleMania, he got that shit. Yeah.
What? And did he kind of trip and fall when he got out of the car?
What?
Yeah, he
tried to get out the car like angry, and then he tried to slam the door.
Yeah.
It was.
Yeah.
His entrance was very awkward.
Yeah, but at least he didn't take himself too seriously. He laughed at himself, and he kind of, he played along with it. I give him credit for that.
And I mean, the match wasn't that bad. The match wasn't good.
Yeah, I kind of liked it, to be honest. Yeah. Batista had a good match.
But they just had that fear. The problem.
I just don't like Triple H winning over it. I just hate it. I don't.
They went on after Kofi.
Well,
that's a killer. That's a killer.
Put yourself over too, Mitch.
No, actually, I would help the business, and I would help the others trying to make money with me to build other stuff. I wouldn't kill them. Oh no, I wouldn't. Yes, I am. I'll easily take that one. Okay.
One of the sickest things I ever seen in my life. Triple H pulled the nose ring out of Batista's face.
In real life,
that was not real. That's not real, right?
If it was real life, that would have been over.
Well, okay. If that was real, a flood of blood would have been gushing from his nose. There was a little pinprick. How can I laughed when I saw it? Me and Scott laughed.
We were like, the pliers to his nose.
But it didn't look realistic.
And if you remember the Randy
Orton, it looked Jeff like the trick that it was. Yeah, that looked better. That to me, that looked better.
Yeah.
I liked that. The Randy Orton Jeff Hardy thing when he put the screw through the when he put it through his ear. Yeah. That was good. Yeah, I like that.
Wrestling matches and that.
Well, that's Randy Orton. He's known for being vicious. Yeah. That's his mentality. Yeah. Well, that's Randy Orton. Yeah. No, that's just Randy. That's the real Randy Orton. Okay, a lot of them, they are the character. But anyways, yeah.
after
A lot of them are.
Batista
Yeah, they live the
officially
character.
retired from sports entertainment. For now, until they pay him
You're right.
lots of money to come back.
Right. Retirement is always just like Kurt Angle's. It's always just for now.
Yeah,
and then later on, yeah. And then later on, they'll be around like Roddy Piper used to be, and others. They'll come around every once in a while. And, yep.
Next matchup, Kurt Angle versus Baron Corbin.
Don't get me started on this one. I don't even want to talk about this one.
At the end of days, with Angle missing the moonsault in 5 minutes and 59 seconds.
This one angers me. Oh, you want to go ahead, Coleco? Yeah.
Seriously, I don't know what.
Well, we'd be
the
upset.
loss. No, I saw this coming. Because
I was afraid of it. I saw it coming, but I was afraid. I was like, no, they wouldn't do that.
That's rule 101, man. If you're gonna go out, you go out on your back.
Okay, but it's WrestleMania. Ric Flair went out on top. Certain top stars do not go out on their back. Certain top stars go out on top. Ric Flair did go on his back. That's right. That was a bad example. I gave a shitty example.
His back.
I gave out a shitty example. You're right. He did. Okay, I gave a shitty example. But some do. I see your point, though, and I saw it coming, too, because Baron Corbin is beloved by Triple H. Triple H loves him.
And it seems like Vince McMahon really likes him, too. If he's giving
they all love him. Yeah, they all have. For some reason, they really have taken to Baron Corbin.
They just don't like the body on him.
Because he's a big guy. Well, but it's someone they like the asshole personality. I don't know.
But the next night on Raw, Angle got revenge on Baron Corbin, and Angle slammed him and put him in the ankle lock. And I was like, okay,
that was so overkill.
No, I felt like it was a little bit retribution, but then they shit all over Kurt Angle once again. And
I don't think it's enough. I think it's teasing and bringing back the fact that, hey, this happened, and then you need to get it off people's minds, not keep smushing it in our faces. We got to move on, in my opinion.
Well, yeah, they're trying to make you forget the fact that he lost this match.
Well, I don't think they did a good job if that was what they were going for.
To say every single week from this point on, I beat Kurt Angle in his retirement match.
As he should. If I was Baron Corbin, I would say it every fucking chance I had.
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
Right.
Oh, he will. He will.
Like Shane McMahon with the best in the world trophy, even though he only won one match. Yeah. So,
it takes one match to become best in the world.
It's what you do when you're a heel. Yeah, it's heel 101. So,
hey, he won the match he needed to win.
Lars Sullivan came out and attacked Kurt Angle.
Finally, he came out of hiding.
He didn't panic attack this time, so for him.
I was gonna say, Lars Sullivan was becoming the new Bigfoot, for God's sake. No one knew where he was.
Yeah. So we'll see what happens.
I mean, we'll see what happens with Lars.
Bobby Lashley versus Demon Finn Balor for the IC title. Balor had a powerbomb and the coup de grace for the win in 4 minutes and 2 seconds.
Oh, what's your favorite vegetable? Squash, because that's basically
The only thing that I didn't like about it was when he did his when Finn Balor did the Demon King spot on Monday, where his promo. I just hated the over, like he was going with his freaking tongue. It looked disgusting, like over and over, like he was licking people. I didn't understand that. But aside from that,
I think that's one of the reasons Bobby Lashley lost. He was fearful that Balor was going to lick him, and maybe he was a little hesitant to get in the ring with him.
He's screaming, "No homo! No homo!"
When your interest lasts longer than your fucking match.
Yeah. I'll give you that one. You got credence there. Yeah, sure. I hear you.
But Bobby Lashley had a big Raw. He ended Dean's career by putting him through a table to end Dean Ambrose's 2013 to 2019 career.
Dean went out on his own at the end, really, but they just did that. Okay. Yeah. But he got a nice little send off at the end, which I was happy to see.
Yeah.
I mean, Lashley got to come back.
They only did that because Roman and Seth were probably in their ears said, "Please, you got to do this."
Yeah.
But anyway,
well, they gave him the farewell after, the whole bring him out and we love
because they're
you.
hoping, even if he could wear it, no matter where he goes, they're hoping down the line one day that he might, renegotiate with them. That's what they're doing. They're trying to keep the door open.
Yeah.
So, and I understand that's good business. So.
Yeah, why not?
With a guy like Dean Ambrose, man. He was the champion in 2016, man. I love Dean Ambrose, man. Since he was John Moxley.
So. Finn Balor defeated Sami Zayn to retain the Intercontinental Championship in 12 minutes and 4 seconds. This was Sami Zayn's first match back. And he looked pretty good. He looked like he was ready.
And Sami Zayn,
he's ready.
He must have went to church because that dude was preaching on Monday.
I think he's been ready for a while. I think you could tell he's kind of cooped up. He was coming out of him. His pores, like you could tell. Yeah.
Choir.
You could tell he's been sitting in the back waiting.
Yeah.
And I
don't mind Sami as a bad guy. I still like him. I liked him when he was El Generico. So.
I like stupid,
but I liked him. I liked him more now because
I love him more. Sami Zayn without the mask.
Because they allowed him to put the truth to power.
And he's so fucking funny. He's so sarcastically funny. So fucking sarcastically funny. Like he's got a really good sense of humor. So he's finally being allowed to be himself.
It's funny because some fans were behind Sami Zayn. It's like, the fans shit out all over everything, not realizing those are the same people that shit all over everything.
Exactly.
I don't know any wrestler, maybe one or two, who haven't ever gotten shit on by the fans. So everyone's gonna get shit on by the wrestling or the quote unquote fans, like the fair weather fans who just watch every now and then and hear shit and go with it, run with it. They're always gonna have that shit. That's just gonna be around no matter what. You can't avoid it.
True. We took another break.
Part of the job.
We announced the 82,000 fans, and R-Truth and Carmella came out to do a 7-second
Jesus Christ!
break. Did you?
And I almost shot myself.
Yeah, I got my boogie on.
I tried to find my shotgun. Yeah.
And what would you have done with it?
I had to get my boogie on because I was going to get to the floor so I could watch this main event.
Suicidal tendencies. That's making me, it's that bad. It gave you suicidal tendencies, man. That's something that's horrible. But, yeah.
That brings us to the main event. Ronda, we are here, finally.
I know, right? That's longer than an hour.
Yeah. Maybe
we tried.
We tried.
I don't mind. I like it.
For the Raw and SmackDown's Women's Championship, Becky Lynch won, of course, with Rousey
as she should have.
For the Piper's Pit, and Lynch gave her a backslide for the pin in 21 minutes and 27 seconds.
And there's a lot of debate in that as to if that was the meant to finish, like if that was meant to be the finish.
I don't think it was.
Because I don't think it was either, because they would have played off of it.
Yeah.
And Ronda did have her shoulder. She popped them up and then went straight back down. And she was in such an awkward position that I think she was trying to get out of it. She just couldn't. And because she was rolled up on her head, kind of like she was she was stacked up.
Yeah.
Well, keep in mind she broke her hand during the match. So.
There you go. Well, your hand. If she says she broke her hip or something, that affects a kick out. Broken hand don't affect a kick out.
Well, her leg was pretty injured during the match too.
I mean, there you go. An injured neck is more than a broken hand. Yeah, but an injured neck is more than a broken hand. I'm just saying.
Coleco, obviously you were there. How tired was you by the time this match happened?
Holy shit. You know what? There were some people, like...
dude.
This main event was like... It irked a lot of people, right?
Hey.
And this is what I'm going to say about it, because it irked a lot of people in a sense of people felt like the men should have. And I could say that the women really deserved it, because I would say this. Ronda is probably other than Brock Lesnar, the biggest name on that fucking card.
And she is a natural. She came to it like a duck to water, bro. She shocked me when she first came on the scene with at last WrestleMania. She shocked the fuck out of me.
And she could do a little better with her selling, which
But I mean, exactly. You can't be super perfect. But she's pretty damn close to it.
But when Joan Jett popped up and
that was
everybody was like, yeah, when that shit popped out and Ronda Rousey came out, they booed her and she didn't give a fuck. She just like and they kept building up to it because they had Charlotte come in on the helicopter.
I was just gonna say that was my favorite. Because that was a replica of Ric Flair's in 1986.
Right, they were
it looked like the exact same helicopter too.
Exactly.
It was and right when I saw that, I was like, oh, the replicating Ric Flair. I knew exactly what they were doing.
And it's funny, the person who didn't have any flashy interest won everything.
Right? Yeah. Well, all she had was the steampunk stuff. Yeah, that's funny. Because she said that. She said they had a helicopter, Ronda had Joan Jett, all I had was steam.
Well, like, you're losing a match. Right? Well, we'll give you this. We'll give you a flashy entrance.
Hey, man, if you're going to get the title, I'll take the steam, bro.
Yeah, exactly. Like, when did Triple H win Motorhead?
The title's more than any fireworks or anything like that. But, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, she had the crowd in the
yeah, she's the female Stone Cold Steve Austin. They need to make her more edgy.
Yeah.
Like more.
If you see her Twitter, she's been getting edgy.
But no, they make her more baby face on TV. Like they make her more happy, smiley on TV. They do. They need to make her. I see her smiling too much. And she needs to do what Austin did and just keep a straight face and be that all the time. It's just part of the character.
What do you think of this Becky Two Belts thing that she's been?
I love it.
Probably hates it because
it's just a gimmick. It's just no. I love it. She's anything that you could do to promote yourself and get yourself out there. And right now she's saying they're gonna instead of unify the belts, they're gonna have her compete on both shows and put both belts on the line. You have to double duty. So defending both belts. And that's what she wants. She wants to be. She doesn't want them unified. She wants to be fighting on both shows. And if I was in that position, I would want that too. To be honest.
Yeah.
Or like what Connor said, the champ. You the champ. So it's. I mean, she deserves it.
She does deserve it, but what's funny? She deserves it. This was her time. Like, this was definitely her time. This is Kofi's time, and it's Seth's time.
And there was a funny stat funny stat. She is the first wrestler ever to go from wrestling on the first show at the pre-show last year to the main event the next year.
That's right. She was in the Women's Battle Royal, wasn't she?
Yeah.
Last year.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, and then how Shinsuke Nakamura fought AJ Styles with the belt on the line last year, and now he was barely seen with Rusev. Yep. Oh my God, how the mighty have fallen.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's gotten all strange. In the mind of Vince McMahon, I don't want to know what's in that mind.
Yeah. That being, this was obviously the first ever women's main event in WrestleMania history. Do we think that there will be another women's championship match to main event WrestleMania?
It has to involve Ronda.
Yeah, I think Becky and Ronda next year. I bet you.
I would think that too, because if health is all things aside, you could definitely see it being that way.
Sorry, hold on, my thing fell off my head. But no, that's what, real quick, that's what they were going to be building to this year. And that's what fans at first wanted to see was Becky versus Ronda. And so I think, they're preserving that one-on-one match for her in the future. Because Ronda's with WWE until 2022.
I'm going to say that that the women will not headline WrestleMania again.
Ever again? Like in history?
Well, I think it's something that Vince tried Like he
No,
did with
I
Max
think.
Taylor in WrestleMania 12.
Oh,
To
okay,
say that
but
he did it, but I don't think that we're going to, and
real
especially
quick.
after everything that happened with the
No,
botched finish.
okay, but real quick, it's not their fault about the reaction. That was booking's fault by putting the Kofi match right before that one and other stuff that blew away the crowd and made them tired. They would have had a much better reaction had they been positioned. Had another match been positioned before
had
that.
it been a 3-hour Mania,
And had it been a lot, not even 4, it would have been okay, I think, or 3.5.
And I would think like as long as Ronda's there, she's gonna get a. I can't see her not getting a main billing.
Yeah, and
because she's the biggest name that they gonna.
But I
right,
she's gonna the Universal or WWE champion, Roman, Seth, those guys. This was a crazy year. This wasn't like normal WrestleMania.
It's been crazy since the new year, yeah.
Yeah, this wasn't a normal build-up to a WrestleMania. The opportunity presented itself, and they ran with it.
Mm-hmm. I mean, but the opportunity was going to present itself anyway because Ronda was a big name.
Yeah, and Becky, the way she came out and got herself over in the summer, like at first she was a heel, so to speak, but we liked her so much. The moment
she got,
she was forced to be turned face because she was so great. You know, she forced that on WWE with her talent, right? Yeah. So, but I think she's, in my opinion,
she's the biggest name, and I'll put it this way:
Becky and Ronda are the two biggest.
She's gonna be the biggest name because I'll tell you this way: I'll give a damn how many people know who Triple H is. More people know who Ronda Rousey is than Triple H.
Well, even Becky Lynch's name is going up there in name recognition.
Becky's getting there, but
she's getting there, but she's now Ronda Rousey in name recognition. I'll give you that.
Their three biggest names that night.
You're right.
Was John Cena, Ronda Rousey, and
Hulk Hogan.
No, not right now. I think he's right.
No, I'm talking about household.
He's talking about right now, like in terms of draw.
Right now.
Yeah.
Right now in terms of draw.
You're right. I'll agree with you on that.
You know, it's interesting that you brought up like if this was a 3-hour or 4-hour WrestleMania. All the matches that we
It's got to be shorter. It's got to be shorter.
All the matches that we talked about accumulated to 2 hours and 26 minutes.
But that's not with all of the crap in between,
right?
That's not with everything in between.
Intros,
that's just
the
match
America,
time.
the beautiful,
exactly.
The previews, the commercials.
Coleco, that's just a match time. Yeah, exactly. So.
Yeah, it's just match time. So
exactly. That's crazy. That's a lot of match time.
And that shit. We could have had a 4-hour WrestleMania, and
I was gonna say 2.5 hours of that's a lot of wrestling. Just saying, like just in ring.
Yeah. I mean, Coleco could have went home at a decent hour.
I got home at a decent hour.
Because we all know the WWE has to, they have to care and focus on what's best for Coleco and Coleco only.
Well, yeah, of course.
As much as I would love for them. Hey, man, they put my face in the New York Times.
I saw that. That's awesome. That was awesome. I saw the art.
They gotta care for me somehow in a way, right?
Okay, it's time to wrap this up because we are an hour and 51 minutes into this show. Show did not get this done in 1 hour. I blame you, Mitch.
Well, that's okay because when you have good talks, you go over the time limit. That just means we had a good show.
When you're trying to put like 8 hours.
Yeah. You're trying to do what they did with Mania. You're trying to like condense it into like a day's worth of crap.
Because you're thinking Raw 3 hours, SmackDown 8 hours, 13 hours of wrestling. And that's
and we didn't even touch any of the other shows of WrestleMania weekend.
Hey, it was an interesting concept to do.
Goddamn G1. It's like shit.
Yeah, that's too much for me. But yeah.
So it's time to wrap this up. Coleco, you were in the paper. Could you tweet out that picture so everybody could see it?
Yeah. I'm gonna tweet it out because it's funny.
Yeah, I know.
It's funny. A staffer showed me that picture. And I just went and bought a copy of it immediately. As soon as I found out, I was like, hell yeah.
Scott Stafford?
A WWE staffer that I
said Scott. Oh, they said Stafford. So they meant Scott Stafford. Okay.
But it is another. It is a female on the staff. She's a sweetheart.
Gotcha. Okay, I probably know of her. I know a lot of the staffers.
She sent me the text, and I was like, "Holy shit!" So we bought it, and I was like, "Fuck yeah!"
That's awesome, dude.
Okay.
Oh yeah, dude.
Where can people find this picture on your Twitter handle?
Yeah, it'll be on my Twitter. I'm gonna put up as soon as this show posts, I'll put it on Twitter.
And where could they reach you at?
It's at iamcoleco. That's me.
But it is hard to get a hold of him. He can't even. I haven't even been able to get a hold of him, and I'm the co-host of the damn show.
Oh my god. Like I said, man, WrestleMania week. When you're in New York City and you try to move around, the last thing you try to do is talk to people. Yeah.
I am just giving you shit. I'm just giving you shit, Coleco. I'm just giving you shit.
No, real talk. We were walking in traffic, and this is a quick story to meet John Cena. Raining fucking 30, 40 degrees. Bumper to bumper, rush hour traffic. I see people like going bumper to bumper. They're trying to cross the street. I see people just straight up jumping on people's cars.
I was going to say, I was shocked someone didn't get run over.
I was like, yo, that really happens.
Yeah, it happens. Dude, it's a health hazard.
Yeah.
I was like, that really goes down around here.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And Mitch, your Twitter is?
And anyone who wants to get a hold of me or see what I'm up to can reach me on Twitter at mitchmayhemx.
I'm not on Twitter, but I'm on Reddit. I am JamesJ777, so you could reach me probably there.
Reddit?
Yeah, I'm not on any times.
I'm just giving you crap because Reddit's kind of like for trolls a lot.
And if you like the show, please like, subscribe, comment. Everything is appreciated.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Please help us support us.
Yeah, absolutely. So send us your love. We need.
I was saying that in a joking way, but yeah, please do support us. Give us a like or subscribe. We would much appreciate it.
Absolutely. From Coleco and Mitch, I am James J, and this has been Wrestling with Entertainment.